Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 free AI tools for engineers. These are the tools that will help you code faster, design smarter, and basically just make your life easier. So let's dive in. This tool is really awesome because it helps you code faster by suggesting code snippets and entire lines of code based on your comments and the code that you've already written. It almost feels like having an AI pair programmer with you. The best part is that GitHub Copilot integrates directly with your IDE, so you don't have to switch windows to get suggestions. Tinkercad is an online 3D modeling tool from Autodesk. It's the makers of AutoCAD and Fusion 360. It's completely free to use and doesn't require any installation. It's not specifically designed for engineers, but it can be extremely useful for software and systems. Engineers who need to document complex processes. For example, you can use Mermaid to create diagrams to document the flow of data through your software architecture, or to visualize the sequence of events in a complex system. It's not specifically designed for engineers, but it can be extremely useful for mechanical and design engineers who need to create prototypes quickly. There are many websites that offer free online calculators and converters that can be useful for engineers. For example, unit converters. Net is a great resource for converting between different units of measurement and online and conversion. And share documents containing live code, equations, visualizations, and narrative text. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comments below and tell me which tool you think is the most useful. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. It's not specifically designed for engineers, but it can be extremely useful for data scientists, machine learning engineers, and anyone who needs to analyze large data sets. For example, you can use a Jupyter notebook to analyze a large dataset of sensor readings, visualize trends, and even start experimenting with basic machine learning algorithms. Jupyter notebooks are completely free to use and have a variety of extensions that can enhance their functionality. Calm offers a variety of calculators, including a voltage calculator, frequency calculator, and wavelength calculator. These tools are not specifically designed for engineers, but they can be extremely useful for solving everyday engineering problems. For example, you can use a unit converter to convert between different units of measurement, or use a calculator to quickly solve a complex calculation. For example, you can use Thingiverse to find brackets to mount a sensor or to download a pre-designed component that you can use in your own designs. Thingiverse has a vast library of models, and you can filter your search by popularity, date, and category. It's a great way to find inspiration and to see what other people are designing. One of the best things about Thingiverse is that it's completely free to use and has a wide range of models to choose from. Mermaid supports a variety of diagram types, including flowcharts, sequence diagrams, network topologies, and Gantt charts. And it uses a simple plain text format which makes it easy to learn and use. It's designed for beginners and doesn't require any coding experience. However, it can be extremely useful for software engineers and electrical engineers who need to develop control interfaces for hardware projects. For example, you can use MIT App Inventor to create a mobile app to control your Arduino-based smart home project, or to visualize data collected from your sensors. MIT App Inventor is completely free to use and has a drag-and-drop interface which makes it easy to learn. One of the best things about Mermaid is that it's open source and has a large community of users, which means there are plenty of resources available to help you learn how to use it. You can simply access it through your browser and start designing. Tinkercad is an excellent tool for mechanical engineers and electrical engineers, as well as hobbyists who want to build their own circuits. It's easy to use and has a vast library of components that you can use to create your designs. For example, you can use Tinkercad to design a prototype enclosure for your electronics project, or simulate a basic circuit to test its functionality. Now, although Tinkercad is not strictly AI-powered, its intuitive interface and vast component library make it a powerful tool for engineers to have in their arsenal. You simply type /Copilot, and then you can see what it suggests for you. Now, the only downside to this tool is that it's not entirely free. GeoGebra is a dynamic mathematics software that allows you to create graphs, geometric constructions, and perform symbolic calculations. It's not specifically designed for engineers, but it can be extremely useful for engineers who work in fields that involve a lot of mathematics, such as civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering. For example, you can use GeoGebra to visualize the trajectory of a projectile under different launch angles and velocities, or to explore the properties of different geometric shapes used in structural design. GeoGebra offers a wide range of features, including graphing calculators, geometry tools, and algebra tools. It's free to use and available for desktop and mobile devices. It has a free trial for students and educators, but otherwise it's not free. However, if you are working on an open source project, you may qualify for access. The first tool that we have on our list today is GitHub Copilot. The next tool we have on our list today is ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is a very versatile tool that can be used for many things. Wolfram Alpha is a computational knowledge engine that can solve complex mathematical problems, form unit conversions, provide material properties, and offer a wealth of scientific and engineering data. For example, you can use it to quickly calculate the stress on a beam with specific dimensions and load. As you can see, I've entered a query for calculating the stress on a beam, and it provided me with the answer along with the formula and a visualization of the stress distribution. Another cool thing about Wolfram Alpha is that it has a programming language called Wolfram language, which can be used to create scripts that automate repetitive tasks. Overall, Wolfram Alpha is an excellent tool for engineers to have in their arsenal. For example, you can use it to brainstorm ideas, explain complex concepts, draft documentation, summarize research papers, and much more. And it's not just limited to writing either. You can also use it to generate basic code snippets in various languages. And here's an example of how you can use it to fix an error message. As you can see, I've pasted an error message from Python and asked it to explain it and provide potential solutions. In just a few seconds, it gave me an explanation of the error and provided 3 potential solutions. And here's another example of how you can use it to outline a technical report. As you can see, I've asked it to provide a potential outline for a technical report on solar energy, and it gave me a detailed outline that I can follow. The best part about this tool is that it's free to use, at least in the free tier. Alright, moving on to our third tool, which is Wolfram Alpha. Okay, now we're going to talk about Tinkercad. Okay, let's talk about Mermaid Live Editor. Mermaid is a text-based tool for creating diagrams such as flowcharts, sequence diagrams, network topologies, and more. Alright, moving on to our sixth tool, which is GeoGebra. Now let's talk about Thingiverse. Thingiverse is a 3D model repository where users can share and download 3D printable models. Now we're going to talk about various free online calculators and converters. Alright, let's talk about MIT App Inventor. MIT App Inventor is a block-based programming environment for creating Android and iOS apps. And last but not least, we have Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks are an open-source web application that allows you to create, so those are some of the best free tools out there for engineers.